To understand how Turing would use AI, we first need to look at how he cracked the Enigma code. Turing never looked at a massive problem as a whole. He engineered systems to isolate the variables. Most people fail with AI because they give it vague prompts like, "Write me a report." Turing would treat AI as his own decryption machine. Topic 1. The Enigma Paradox. Back in 1939, inside the cold, high-stakes rooms of Bletchley Park, a young Alan Turing faced a seemingly impossible problem. Every single day, the German Enigma machine reset its configurations, leaving millions of combinations that no human brain could ever hope to work through before midnight. It's a bit like waking up on a gray Monday morning in London, staring at an inbox rammed with 200 chaotic emails, and realizing your energy's completely knackered before you've even had your first sip of tea. Instead of panicking, Turing understood a vital truth. You can't solve absolute chaos by working harder. You have to build a system that isolates the variables for you. Most people today treat modern artificial intelligence like a basic search engine, asking vague questions and getting equally woolly, useless results that just add to their mental clutter. A true mentor would tell you to look at tools like Claude or ChatGPT not as trendy tech toys, but as your own personal code-breaking machine. To actually put this into practice right now, instead of asking an AI to organize your week, you should feed it a transcript of your messy thoughts and tell it, in no uncertain terms, to filter out everything except your top 3 high-leverage tasks. It's the digital equivalent of switching off the noisy traffic of Piccadilly Circus to finally hear the quiet, clear ticking of Big Ben. By shifting this perspective, a professional stops being a victim of a chaotic schedule and starts operating like an elite wartime strategist. It's this exact psychological pivot, moving from desperate firefighting to cold, calculated systems engineering, that unlocks a massive reserve of hidden brainpower. When you let the machine digest the heavy, unorganized data, your mind is suddenly free to do what it actually does best, making high-level, creative decisions. And once the chaos of the daily grind is permanently decrypted, the door opens to an even deeper, far more powerful way of thinking. Topic 2. The Combinatorial Engine. True genius rarely invents something out of thin air. Rather, it uncovers the hidden architecture linking completely unrelated concepts. Alan Turing didn't just understand mathematics, he brilliantly wove it together with biology, logic, and philosophy to envision machines that could actually simulate human thought. This is precisely where the modern professional comes unstuck, stubbornly using AI as a glorified copy and paste tool instead of a sparring partner for the mind. It's like having a world-class Oxford professor sitting at your mahogany desk and only ever asking them to check your spelling rather than thrash out your grandest business strategies. To properly inject this master-level framework into your daily routine, you need to actively change how you interact with large language models. Instead of demanding a finished article or a generic marketing plan, try feeding the AI 2 completely different perspectives. Say, classic Stoic philosophy blended with modern data analytics, and ask it to find the friction points. For instance, you could get Claude to analyze a complex project through the aggressive lens of Winston Churchill combined with the meticulous precision of a Silicon Valley engineer. This simple shift turns your digital workspace into a roaring engine of genuinely original, seriously lucrative ideas. Once a professional unlocks this level of conceptual synthesis, they naturally stop competing with the masses who are merely churning out shallow, repetitive content. They start spotting patterns in the market that their closest rivals are completely blind to, gaining a massive, almost unfair intellectual edge. This psychological agility is what turns an ordinary career into a legendary legacy of continuous, self-sustaining breakthroughs. And yet, coming up with brilliant concepts is only half the battle, because even the most profound ideas will fall flat if you lack the precise method to filter out the noise. By the way, if you're getting something out of these unconventional cognitive frameworks, take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. We're currently on a mission to reach our first 1,000 subscribers here at Psyche and Soul, and having you as part of our core British community helps us keep delivering these deep, high-level psychological insights without the usual internet fluff. Cheers for the support. And now, let's get straight back to saving your mental energy. Topic 3. The Banburismus Framework. During the darkest days of the war, Bletchley Park was practically drowning in thousands of encrypted naval messages every single week. Knowing that human energy is a strictly finite resource, Turing invented a brilliant statistical technique called Banburismus to work out exactly which messages were worth decrypting. It's a stark contrast to the modern corporate warrior, proudly burning the midnight oil, plowing through every dry page of a corporate report. True wisdom lies in recognizing that real efficiency is never about doing everything, but about ruthlessly filtering out the noise before it drains your brilliance. To bring this legendary British efficiency into your own life, you need to treat your AI tools as an advanced cognitive gatekeeper. Instead of wasting your precious afternoon skimming through massive PDFs or sitting through tedious 2-hour Zoom recordings, use a specialized prompt. Paste the raw transcript into your model and tell it to extract only the core paradoxes, action items, and hidden risks mentioned. By doing this, you're effectively applying Turing's mathematical filter, boiling hours of soul-crushing data down into a crisp, highly actionable 5-minute brief that protects your sanity. Mastering this selective focus lets you move through a fast-paced career with an almost supernatural sense of calm and poise. While everyone else is frantically rushing about, overwhelmed by the endless digital downpour, you're calmly making high-impact decisions with total clarity. This habit of conserving intellectual energy ensures you always have plenty of fuel left for the deep creative work that actually moves the needle. And it's precisely this calm efficiency that lays the groundwork for the ultimate evolutionary leap in modern human productivity. Topic 4. The Universal Machine Mentality. In 1945, Turing took his grandest intellectual leap by designing the automatic computing engine, the blueprint for a truly universal machine. He didn't want a tool that just solved arithmetic. He envisioned a blank canvas, capable of learning and replicating any human cognitive task. Today, the sharpest professionals are quietly adopting this exact philosophy, moving far beyond treating AI as an external assistant to copy-edit text. They're deliberately building a digital twin, a bespoke repository of their own unique logic, industry frameworks, and decision-making patterns. It's like training an incredibly sharp apprentice who eventually learns to perfectly replicate your professional voice. To properly put this masterstroke into practice in your career, you need to start building a hyper-personalized system instructions document for your AI. Instead of starting every chat from scratch, create a permanent profile setting out your industry, your target audience, and your specific analytical criteria. For example, you could program your model to always critique your business proposals through your exact financial boundaries and preferred communication style. This simple bit of configuration ensures every output you get feels genuinely authentic, highly specialized, and completely aligned with your personal brand of excellence. When you seamlessly blend your human intuition with a finely calibrated, automated digital extension, your output capacity expands exponentially. You're no longer boxed in by the rigid 24 hours in a day, because your strategic thinking can now scale infinitely. This clever symbiosis is what allows top-tier operators to run massive projects with effortless grace, while their competitors stay stuck in endless micromanagement. By turning the machine into a mirror of your finest intellectual habits, you effectively future-proof your career for the roaring digital age ahead. Conclusion. At the end of the day, knowing how Alan Turing would command artificial intelligence is absolutely pointless if you simply close this video and go back to your old chaotic habits tomorrow morning. Real mental transformation takes immediate, calculated action, and the blueprint we've cracked today is your golden ticket to properly escaping the modern corporate grind. Why choose to stay overwhelmed by an endless downpour of digital noise when you now have the exact statistical framework to filter it out? It's time to stop playing small, step into your own intellectual power, and start using these tools like an elite wartime strategist. Let me leave you with a rather provoking question to mull over tonight. If you carry on managing your time and tech exactly the way you did last week, Where will your career honestly be in 5 years? Are you genuinely happy being a passive cog in the machine? Or are you ready to build a digital twin that multiplies your freedom? The sharpest minds in the United Kingdom don't just work harder. They master the psychology of leverage to design a life of proper autonomy and purpose. The choice is entirely yours. But remember that a year from now, you'll surely wish you'd started practicing this method today. If you're truly ready to future-proof your mind and keep unlocking these deep, non-obvious psychological strategies, make sure to subscribe to Psyche and Soul right now and turn those notifications on. By joining our growing community today, you make sure you'll never miss our weekly breakdowns on high-performance frameworks and cognitive mastery. Don't let this profound knowledge slip away into the background of your busy day. Take control of your focus, apply the Turing method, and we'll see you in our very next video.